STAV is back.
I was on Wayne Lineker's VIP table in Ibiza. Non-stop.
Yeah.
Wow.
Doesn't get better than that.
I was on Optus during the Women's World Cup. Olan.
I had a break and got cancelled.
I've never seen Australia unite like it did.
I love how he was about to tell the story, but then he realised there's no Greek icon.
Yeah!
He was about to say,
goodness, bro. I think you saying Neymar was better than Ronaldinho.
I'd never said that. No, really?
Am I wrong? I swear I used to twerk for Neymar all the time.
She googled BBC porn. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? We're back again. Born Offside. It's been a while. Some people thought we weren't coming back, Olan.
Of course we were.
Always coming back.
Of course we were. Just got a little replacement.
Got a little replacement because Kat Haddadi is off enjoying herself. Haddadi.
Didn't like that one.
He's off enjoying herself in España, and we brought in Nick STAV. He's back. You've become the fourth member.
I have.
He is,
I'm
you
just
are.
at like a super sub of the Divock Origi.
Yeah.
When you need him,
We
I'm
need
there.
you.
Yeah,
we need
you're
you,
straight
we need
in.
you
And
there.
you're a different man. Can you tell Stav's a different man?
Yeah.
Can you tell?
Yeah.
You know why?
He's been, is it the Europe trip?
He's
or-
done the Europe trip with the boys. He's
Yeah.
done the Mykonos.
it.
He's done the Ibiza. He's done the partying.
The tanning sessions.
You could tell he's seen some shit.
Yeah,
You can
Mykonos
tell.
looked, I was following your stories. I was living vicariously through you, so that was nice,
Yeah.
man.
We'll be living in Mykonos one day.
Yeah. You were partying with a few footballers over there, yeah?
Yeah, James Madden. That's why he's cooking now, by the way.
Okay. Oh, was it?
Spoken a bit of his word.
Yeah. Didn't you
North
show
London.
didn't you show the TikTok to get in there?
Yeah, Wayne Lineker. Man, me and Wayne Lineker are boys, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, people are like, oh, Sydney nightclubs. Trust me, nothing on top now. I was on Wayne Lineker's VIP table in Ibiza. Non-stop.
Yeah.
Wow.
Doesn't get better than that, does it?
Yeah.
That's good. Good to hear Madison was having a good time because he's playing like it. You need that off season.
You do.
You know, whether you're a content creator or whether you're a footballer, you need that break.
It's a busy lifestyle.
You
isn't
know
it?
what I
Yeah,
mean?
It takes its toll. It takes its toll.
And then you came straight back onto Channel 7 during the
Yep.
World Cup, during the Women's World Cup. I was on Optus during the Women's World Cup. Olan
I had a break and got cancelled. But
Olan
here we
had
are.
things you had plans.
I had plans,
But it didn't work out for
here
you.
we are. To be fair, you know what? I still make content around the Women's World Cup. I feel like I added my part, so I'm happy with
That
that.
did really well.
Yeah.
You're banging interviews. With
Yeah. To be fair, who liked it? Cooney Cross liked my
all
video.
the Matildas were loving your stuff.
Who else?
Yeah, Caitlin Ford.
Caitlin Ford, you know, Mackenzie. So I'm like, you know what? I must be doing something right.
But were they liking the video or other videos?
They're liking
Other
oh,
videos.
Few videos.
Not the video that almost got you cancelled.
Not that one.
Not that.
I'll take that one down. Take that one down and put it in the trash. And
But he's back.
Yeah,
you
we're
can
back.
never keep Olan down.
Nah.
There's no way. There's no way. It's
Didn't
going to
you-
take a lot more than that.
the thing is, Stav made a similar video, didn't get cancelled, so we'll just. I mean, we'll just.
Yeah, but Stav's lovable.
Yeah, it's true.
Look at Stav.
It's,
I'm on
it's
the
a pretty
edge.
face, isn't it? It's
He's
a pretty
lovable,
face.
bro. He gets
true.
away with murder.
It's true.
You're
It's
not,
true.
mate. You got to tiptoe. You got to tiptoe. But we are back, and Kat will be back soon. She's over in España living it up. I think she's going to go to a couple games over there as well. She's missing it. She's missing out, but that's all right. I'm happy we got Stavy here on the couch. A lot we got to talk about. We got to talk about the Women's World Cup. Massive. We didn't get to hang out during it because everyone was busy,
Yes.
except for Olan. But everyone was busy.
You guys didn't. You know what? Not being involved in it from a work perspective, it was nice
Yeah.
to obviously take it in and then see what you guys were doing as well, which I thought was amazing. You guys were smashing the game. It was good seeing how good Kat was doing on Optus at different segments. You as well, Stav. Like, it was nice to just watch all the people that you work with like flourish, and even Sasa as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely smashing
Over in
it
New
on-
Zealand,
over
yeah.
in New Zealand. So it
Yeah.
was like I Want It Yesterday crew just taking over everywhere, man.
That's it, man. It was good. It was good. Well, there's a World Cup here. Who else are you going to call? You know, it was awesome for all of us. It was great to be involved. It was an awesome tournament, man. I mean, I think we all expected big things. Probably not that big. And there's a lot being made. Firstly, we've got to talk about Matildas. We've got to give it that time. It was a great run.
It was a great one. It was a great one. It
For a
was
second there, did you believe?
I stopped believing as soon as they were about to play England.
You were going for England?
I was. Do you know what? Because I was in Australia, the part of me was like, I would love them to win.
Yeah.
But my footballing head knew England were just too good.
And they were in the end.
You know,
Oh, they were top footballing
Yeah,
side. At the end of the day, it came to like one mistake in World Cup final, and that's how they lost.
Yeah.
They were 100 times better. Their centre back was Millie Wright. Millie
Yeah,
Bright.
yeah.
Millie Bright, yeah.
She plays on the same
built
team as
massive, and
yeah,
she's like
Sam Kerr, so.
unreal on the ball. And
Yeah,
don't even chat.
Yeah, that back three played very well. The moment they went to a back three, they looked like they were going to win the whole thing. There's been a lot of talk. One of our good friends as well, Bernard, made a bit of a video about the Matildas getting a statue up in Brisbane.
Yeah,
I
I'm not
saw
really.
this.
I'm not really sure how I feel about this one. To be
Right,
honest.
yeah.
Because other people who are Australian icons. You look at Kyrgios. I think he was a runner-up in Wimbledon.
Well, he came out saying that he didn't support it.
and even Volkanovski, who's technically like the number one.
Even Australian athlete. up there.
Number one in the world for what he does.
Yeah, pound for pound. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like there's a lot of other people who have achieved. I know it's for the women's, it's a lot different. But there's a lot of other people that have achieved great stuff, and it's like coming fourth. If they won it, 100%.
Yeah.
But it's like, all right, let's set a precedent and make them get higher and higher and higher,
yeah.
not just reward them for doing well one time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I just don't think it's about the actual achievement in terms of like where they finished. It's like you got to realize, was it 11 million views? People tuned in like
One game.
I think it's outside Suncorp Stadium, outside Accor. So what the two most tuned in events in both those stadiums. That's why they kind of got to recognise it. I've never seen Australia unite like it did. Anyone, we're not even a football fan. It was like my mum's talking about it. She doesn't have a footballing bone in her body, and she's actually caring about these players.
It's like public holiday, mate.
That's
That
what
roped
people-
everyone in. Everyone was, but it was, I agree. I think
Like-
it was.
Like, I'm a footballing fan, and you told me at the start of the tournament I'd be celebrating a Sam Kerr goal like I did.
Yeah.
Bro, I'd be like, nah, bro, like, trust me. Like, I had a
You
photo
were there
things
as
like
well,
that.
right?
Bro, I was loving
Were
it.
you there, Claudes?
Of course, yeah. I went to 10 games by the end. Wish I could have gone. It was really good.
Regular.
Loved it, man. Like I went down to France, Panama, and had the best time. Packed stadium
yeah,
for
We were in
France,
Korea,
Panama.
Colombia.
Yeah.
12 o'clock on a
Yeah, we
Tuesday
went to that one.
afternoon.
Yeah.
And we're like, I drove there thinking, I'll get easy parking, won't be that packed.
Yeah.
Bro, I got in there 20 minutes in the kickoff because I couldn't find a parking.
Oh wow, yeah, no, people were
sick,
out. So,
man.
also, I went to Colombia, England. I didn't know that there were that many Colombians in Australia.
Oh no.
It was rammed full of Colombians. It almost felt like a Colombian home game.
Yeah.
Insane.
They were best fans in the whole thing. Best fans.
100%.
What about this one? Crispy04 wrote in. Big fan of the show. He's back. FIFA dropping Australia outside the top 10 rankings, onside or offside.
I don't know how the rankings work. Someone explain to me.
Does anyone believe the rankings?
Nah,
but
never-
the rankings
bro.
have been fucking rubbish for a long time.
In the men's Belgium have always been number one for like the last 8 years, bro. And they always stink up at the tournaments. It makes no sense.
Yeah. I don't know how we've gone backwards. And people came out saying, but Australia, their record in the tournament was actually 3 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses.
Yeah, because Sweden game as well. Yeah,
Because we lost the Sweden game, we lost the Nigeria game, lost the England game, drew the France game technically. But come on,
is
man.
that why
You technically came fourth though.
That's what I
That's
mean.
I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It makes no sense.
the teams that you finished above in the tournament shouldn't still be ranked higher than you?
Exactly. The US, bro.
But to play devil's advocate though, I'm pretty sure Japan then came above us.
Yeah.
I know they finished. Where they crashed out to?
Quarterfinals. They didn't make the semis.
I know, but
No.
let's be real. If we versus Japan, you reckon we would have won?
I don't know.
think
I
so.
don't know, but they didn't make the semis.
I
did they?
know the math,
Yes.
but I know why they're saying it. But you can't do it like off if buts and maybes.
Yeah,
and then they
exactly.
became
True.
Exactly. I think it's very harsh. I think that was very harsh on the Matildas, but as I said, like rankings, do they really mean anything? Who's your Jess92 wants to ask, who's your surprise of the FIFA Women's World Cup? What were you surprised with? You just didn't expect it.
Well, if are we going players or are we just going in general?
Whatever.
In general, if I'm being completely honest, the standard of the goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Very
you
good
know,
goals.
I mean, I'm not going to say we watch women's football every single day, but I'm like, I was like, I'm going to tune in and like just see how technical it is in certain areas. And then some of the goals, I was just like, because there was a thing, I don't know, I remember a couple of years ago where like women don't have the leg power that the men have to strike the way the men do. But when I was seeing some of these goals, I can't remember what free kick it was that I saw, and I was like,
Panama free kick.
Panama one. I was like,
scored one in club football.
I was like, there is no question about leg power because the leg power and the technique was second to none.
Crazy.
I wish I could have done more reactions, but FIFA copyrighted everything, so
no,
couldn't do any
yeah,
reactions.
on
But
your
it was
throat.
amazing.
Yeah, no, it was sick. It was sick. Biggest surprise for me, I think goalkeeping stepped up as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always been a lot said about women's football goalkeeping. The goalkeeping was phenomenal.
Yeah.
You couldn't pick a golden glove by the end. I thought it was, I think Mary Earps won it.
Yep.
But it
That
could have been
Sweden
Vucevic,
goalie,
the Swedish
yeah.
goalkeeper. It could have even been Mackenzie Arnold. She became a superstar from goalkeeper, so that was really good to see. We talk about technique.
Yeah.
We talk about how good it was. Spain were fantastic.
Oh, and that's what I was going to say. I was going to say tactically, I didn't realize how good these sides were.
Yeah.
I honestly had to go back and watch I don't know, James Walcott, you know who he is?
Yeah.
He tactically broke down the final.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was genuinely like,
I knew
I
from
can't
the
believe
first-
how
Yeah.
smart and how it was.
I
like
knew
they're
from
saying-
the first minute watching that final, I was like, we're done.
Yeah,
Because
Spain
it was like almost like the Barca, the way they were just dropping in tiki taka, playing 1-2 touch, 3 touch. Everyone was on the same page. I was like, England, we don't know what to do.
Yeah, because I remember that Lucy Bronze, I remember against Australia, I was like, Caitlin Foy didn't have a snuff. I was like, she was one of their best players.
Yeah.
But then Spain, he kind of brought it out. It's like, okay, instead of like marking her strengths, they kind of looked at her weaknesses. They saw that she'd be out of the play. That's why they got that left back bombing that high.
Bombing on, yeah. Olga
Good finish
Carmona,
as
yeah.
well.
Scored in the
Great
end.
And it was a great finish. And she lost her dad 2 days before the game. And they didn't tell her.
I didn't know it was 2 days before the game.
2 days before the game. Now, onside or offside,
Wait.
they kept it from her.
Oh, shit.
They decided not to tell her till she plays the World Cup final. Clearly it worked.
Yeah.
But is that a bit offside there?
They didn't tell her until she was about...
it's juggling like.
I mean,
World Cups and,
I'm
like,
gonna assume they know the
players.
type of person she is and her personality that it would have motivated her, you know, to play how she played. But some people would have just been like, I can't play.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's also football's also an escape as well. So
Yeah.
majority of people are playing. But
just-
wow,
Like she might not have played that final, if that makes sense. She
Yeah.
might have gone over and go, "Hey, I need to see my family." And
see
that.
family go home. Yeah.
There's a lot of drama in that Spanish federation.
Well,
not really one.
Are we gonna touch on it?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you've ever won a World Cup and clearly the best team in the world. And no one can argue with that. They were amazing. Their first ever World Cup title. Only their third World Cup they've ever actually qualified for.
Oh, wow.
Right? And they went straight out in the group stage in 2015. Didn't even win a game. Then just got out of the group in 2019. And now they win a World Cup. That's how quick they've gotten this good. Still, though, no one's talking about how good the football is. Because their federation has managed to fuck it up completely. There's a lot we got to talk about here.
Yeah. Let's break it down.
Why is he kissing someone on stage, firstly?
And grabbing.
What the fuck is he doing?
Yeah, I mean, I saw it explode everywhere, but it just looked very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Situations, and I don't think if we're going to talk about men's, I don't think that even happens in the men's in terms of like, you know, there's a guy grabbing and.
No, but this is what I'm saying. Like, there's like,
Yeah,
they're saying like, there's some things you got to do differently in the women's game if you're a man involved in the women's game. Like,
Yeah.
you know, men like there's
We
certain
might
cultures.
we
There's
might
certain
spot-
cultures,
of
and you got to be
course.
aware if you're a man in the women's game, some things are different.
True.
But that there is like not even, as you said, it's not even relevant.
But it wasn't even just that one girl who was doing it to like not as
He was
bad
picking
as
players
that,
up as
but, like,
well.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then for him then to come out and then like give like he was like a dictator, the speech he gave.
Yeah.
And then the coach is clapping.
Yeah.
Like, this guy, yeah. And then comes out and goes, "No, I don't agree with what he's saying." I'm like,
I didn't
well,
see.
you're not just.
Yeah.
It's a
I
strange.
don't know where loyalties lie. That it's a political game. We know football
yeah.
is like that, but
Yeah.
the fact.
But there's other teams that have come out as well. Like Leah Williamson made a post about like supporting the Spanish team.
They all are. Yeah.
So a lot of people are
They all are.
coming.
Megan Rapinoe's coming. Like they're all coming out and
So
supporting.
has he been fired yet?
Well, FIFA had to get involved. Spanish Football FA did not fire him.
They were just like, nah.
They stood with
Shut
him,
up.
right? Apparently, the coaching staff, besides Jorge Vilda, have walked away. He stayed though. He's another controversial figure no one likes.
wow.
FIFA have gotten involved now and suspended the guy.
Oh wow.
So they had to get involved from a bigger level. But I don't know what happens next. It's a suspension. It's not final. I guess they have to investigate.
Yeah.
But it's just like how shit, man. You just want to walk up and everyone's
Yeah,
talking
it's
about
just,
that.
that's what I'm saying. It's kind of put a damper on what Spain have done, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
and let's not forget, 15 players walked away before this World Cup originally. Yeah. Then 11 came back. So clearly, this has been going on for a while.
yeah, there's got to be a lot of stuff behind closed doors that the media doesn't even know about that's going on.
Exactly. I mean, credit to the Spanish for still playing, right? You saw the Canadian FA and that they all walked like they're not funding the players and they're all like, oh, fuck this, and that's probably why they played shit.
Yeah.
The Spanish still came back, still won a World Cup, and now are trying to make change. So hopefully it happens for them. They were brilliant, and I think that's the thing. You win a World Cup and still you want this change. It means people pay attention. So the only good thing to come out of this is like
People are gonna
the
look.
idiot did it on the biggest stage in front of
The
billions
whole-
of people
the whole
around the
world.
world. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
yeah,
that's the good
that's
thing is
not-
that they finally caught him red-handed.
Exactly.
Let's go now to a bit of Premier League action. The Premier League's back.
Premier League's back. It feels weird that it's back, man.
It
But
does. It does feel weird
come
that it's
around a
back.
bit quick.
Yeah.
It
It has
felt
come
weird
around
that it
quickly.
kicked off. The Premier League and La Liga both kicked off on the same day as the Women's World Cup final. No, onside or offside?
Wait, you talking about like
The same weekend
No, week before.
or whatever the week before.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
that's a bit.
But am I wrong in saying the women's?
There
World
was
Cup
matches
a bit-
played on the Women's World Cup final day.
Yeah, it was Chelsea.
Yeah, and apparently that's been a big problem with the WSL. A lot of people have walked away because of that decision. They wanted, the Women's World Cup final should have its own weekend,
And the
Yeah,
fact that England
finish.
were playing in that
and the
final
fact that
as
England,
well.
Spain were playing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, come on. Yeah, it's definitely a bit offside for me.
Definitely a bit offside. But the league is back. I don't want to get too political. The league is back. Premier League. Arsenal, you're wearing the jersey.
Yeah,
You seem confident that they're going to win it now, and you said the same thing.
No, it's a bit of a false.
Yeah. You happy with the start so far, though?
No, not really. To
No?
be honest. Because
Saka's
first
been-
week was like,
Saka's been firing.
Saka's always.
Yeah.
He's my guy.
Star boy.
But first week was like we beat Nottingham 2-1. Like it was one of those games you should have put 4 or 5 of them in the first half. Anyway, okay, I can see past it. Then Crystal Palace, you win 1-0, you get a red card. Okay, I want to see a convincing performance. And I was like, okay, Fulham at home.
Yeah.
This is it.
You
I want to
should-
control the game. Whatever.
Yeah.
Another Am Ramsdale mistake. Maybe not pin it on him, but mistake. Another in the first minute. Third time Arsenal have conceded at home in the last 9 games in the first minute at home. One of them was the game I went to, bloody Southampton, of course.
Did you get on Arsenal fan TV that day?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
I did.
fuck,
Yeah,
man.
got to tell my thoughts about that as well.
Yeah.
But Yeah, but I'm just not convinced because he's shifted this whole system. The whole system was last year was like Zinchenko was a fullback that
What's
was
wrong
being
with him? Why isn't he playing?
Inverted.
because now it's an issue. It's like, oh, we spent 65 mil on Kai Havertz. Still don't understand this signing 65 mil.
Yeah,
for a
good luck,
player
man.
he's not a
Good
proven-
luck, man.
He's
That
not a
guy
proven prem
is.
player.
I
He's a
don't
proven
even-
prem flop. Let's be real.
Yeah.
He's then been thrown into this midfield where you just signed 100 mil for Declan Rice, so he's got to play.
Yeah, he has
Thomas
to play.
Partey, other than the last 8 games that season, last 10, he was arguably one of the best number 6s in the league.
That's what I'm saying. I'm surprised. That
And then
he
Martin
doesn't.
Odegaard, you're not going to drop. So he's got 4 midfielders here, and it's like, okay, so
He's got to fit them all in.
yeah, so you go, okay, I'm not going to do this Zinchenko into midfield thing. I'll do it with Thomas Partey. I'll put him at right back. Bloody knows how he's played at right back before. Now he's playing that inverted role.
That inverted right back role where he's
And then-
involved in the
Yeah,
midfield.
and then say, oh, okay, but then because that happens, Martinelli's used to having Zinchenko to the left of him. Now he's got no one. Now Saka's like a bit bastardized on that one side. So it's like this whole system's out of whack. They're not controlling the game like they used to control the game.
It's good.
Next,
Yeah,
even the decisions like, bro, Eddie Nketiah has been cooking up top. I'm a
And
big
he's still-
Eddie Nketiah.
No, I love
on his
Nketiah.
story.
I think he's
First 2
I
games,
think he's underrated a bit.
unreal.
Nah, you should play
Trossard comes in at striker.
You
Trossard,
got to play Havertz at 9.
Bro,
What,
what's
false
happening?
nine?
No, honestly, what's his position? What's he good at? Oh, he's got a good touch. Bro, I'm missing Granit Xhaka.
Bro, did
He's
you,
Havertz
Mesut
has got me
Ozil.
missing
He's
Granit
Mesut
Xhaka.
Ozil 2.0.
did
Mesut
you
Ozil
see
can
that?
actually dribble the ball and
Did
have
you
a good
see
passing.
Havertz's what was it when he went to play the MLS game?
The
Did
2
you
touch
see it?
challenge.
You know when they did the challenge thing?
Yeah.
Bro,
Horrendous.
It's weird though because he
Horrendous.
Look,
Although he probably didn't care, but it was like the finishing one. So like when they cross it in,
Yeah.
and I think they crossed in like 10 balls.
And he didn't
He
get one.
misses like 9. And then Rooney steps up like outside and just volleys one top.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like everyone's like, well,
levels.
levels.
do you know what I mean? There's levels to this game. but-
Jordan Knight wrote in. He said, "Did Chelsea have the biggest robbery of Man United and Arsenal selling Havertz and Mount for the money they did?"
Probably.
You happy with that? Good business.
Nah.
Do you know what? I think Mount might come in handy for Ten Hag eventually. I think he will. But Havertz, I'm not
No
convinced
way.
of
'Cause
Havertz.
especially when you think Chelsea paid 72 mil for Havertz. I think we bought him for 65.
Yeah.
And let's be real, it was a flop for Chelsea and they only cut 7 mil of losses out of it. And they got a Champions League winning goal from him as well.
Exactly, yeah,
So
that's
like they actually did well selling him. I
Yeah.
think Mount will come good for Manchester United as well. 50 mil, especially in this market. It's not like
Not horrible.
yeah, it's not massive money unfortunately these days.
Well, Chelsea's just a weird starting lineup. You look at that Chelsea team, you're like, hold on, who's this guy again?
Yeah, no, it's true.
I'm like Wikipediaing players
Yeah,
like on the
yeah,
bench. I'm like,
no.
who the fuck is this bloke?
Facts. That's
You know?
100% facts. I'm
I've
looking
never
for a
seen
team
that.
like who is this?
Yeah.
I don't know anyone on that team.
Well, they're
but
playing all right. They're
Sterling.
playing all right. Raheem Sterling, back to the old Sterling.
Yeah, playing all right. You know, they've done well against Luton, but
Yeah.
you know, it's-
You take it.
yeah,
You
it's-
take it.
I
Hey,
mean,
a win's
was-
a win.
It's a win. Either way, like I wanted Luton to do well, Chelsea to do well.
Yeah.
I'll take it either way.
I tell you what, I feel like we've all got different teams in the Prem, but we're all also, I know this must be hard for you, but we're also happy to see Tottenham doing quite well under Ange Postecoglou.
Yes.
Not the perfect start, but 7 points from his first 3 games, including a big home win against United, and playing nice football. Big Ange seems to have won people over sooner than we thought, Stav. They're loving him over there.
Not even that's the football he's playing. He's just likable. Like he comes onto like the punditry teams and they ask.
Yeah.
Gary Neville said something about him. Oh, he's just copying Pep. And then they asked him, oh, where'd you get that stuff about the inverted fullbacks? Yeah. Mate, just copying Pep.
Yeah, I saw that.
I saw he turns up the Australian accent as well. I
Yeah.
swear he turns it up. He sits there, he's like, yeah, g'day guys, how you going, man? And I'm like,
Yeah.
yes, it's a big
Love
win for
it.
us.
Yeah, no,
I don't know if you noticed. So, I was
repping.
watching the game and then when at full time they were showing the Spurs in the away end, the Bournemouth, and there was a guy with like an outback hat and an Australian flag. I'm not sure if he was even Aussie, but he was just doing it just for like the sake of it.
100%.
But
They love it.
It is hard for me watching it because like
want-
I'm also been one of those guys growing up like I've hated Man United more than I've hated Spurs. So like them beating Spurs beating United, I was
You're
like,
happy.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
But North London Derby is going to be a hard game this year. Like I was saying, like although he's playing good football, Tottenham haven't had a manager that's played good football since Poch, and that's been their last successful coach.
Yeah.
Like Mourinho, dead ball. Conte, behind the ball football again.
Yeah.
And then Nuno got sacked after like 5 games. So
Yeah.
they've needed a good manager.
That's
so it's
massive.
good that he's doing well and to represent Australia as well.
It's huge.
They're playing really, really good football. The Spurs fans seem to have, taken to him, and I like that because when he first got appointed, everyone was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Yeah. You would have heard it from back home.
Yeah.
Robbie Williams has even reworked one of his songs, Angels.
I saw that. Did he actually I didn't see the video, but he was.
He sung it. He sung the Ange post. He must be a Spurs fan, Robbie Williams. I didn't know that. I didn't know he was a Spurs fan. He's gone down in my books. But he's changed Angels into an Ange Postecoglou song, and he even ripped into like Mourinho, Conte, and like former managers. And so Robbie Williams, he's won Robbie Williams over.
Oh wow,
that's massive, man.
I just don't want it now. They might go on a 3-game losing run.
I know.
Like, yeah, who's Australian, mate? Stick to the oval football.
Get him out of it. Get him out of it.
I know, but can you imagine what it would do for our country if he goes and he wins something big? Like,
Well,
I don't know.
that's what I was going to ask. Is obviously Harry Kane's left, and they're playing decent football. Like if they were to win like some sort of silverware this year,
massive. Without Harry Kane,
he will go down as one of the best Tottenham coaches of all time.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, won't he?
100%. Harry Kane. I always think of that Griezmann. Have you ever seen that Griezmann? Random Harry Kane. He's moved. Let's go with a quick Europe wrap here. Harry Kane's got 3 goals in 2 games for Bayern. Does it even mean anything though if he wins the league there?
I honestly, I'm a big Harry Kane guy. I'm an Arsenal fan. I rate him highly. Producer Sabs knows how much I rate Harry Kane. But I still don't know if I agree. The only way I agree with that Bayern move, if he does pick up a Champions League.
If they get a Champions League.
Because winning the league, bro, like...
They've won 11 straight.
You're not like... I saw this funny thing by a Spurs fan, and it was so true. You know when he played in that Community Shield version in Germany and he lost it? It was like, oh, bro, Spurs here. You can't take the Spurs in, but the Spurs guy's like, yeah, but you can't win anyway, because even if you won, it would have been like, oh, Harry Kane leaves Spurs here. Spurs are a curse. Type of thing. But I agree. I think only if he wins the Champions League, but having that Premier League goal scoring record, I feel like would have been...
That would have been...
That's what Shearer. That's what Shearer was saying. Shearer's like, no one's going to remember you for winning a Bundesliga, but if you go down as the greatest goal scorer ever in Premier League history, you'll be remembered forever. It doesn't matter if you don't have a Premier League title. Do you agree with that? Do you think that legacy would have been...
I completely agree with that. And I think you get to a certain point in your career where he was at that crossroads where like you either want to win a trophy or you're going to stay and become a legend at the club, and he obviously chose to try and win trophies. But I think it would have been way better to... You're going to be respected more in the Premier League. It's the hardest league in the world to do what he's done anyway. But
you've seen it as well.
If it was Madrid, I would have been fine.
Yeah, because like what Leroy Sané, peak of his game at Man City, went to Bayern Munich. Went up and now.
Win the-
Sadio Mane did the exact same thing. Now he's playing in Saudi.
What happened to Mane?
It's
He's at Al Nassr, mate. He's cashed up now. He's loving life. Loving
We're
life.
gonna talk about that as
We're
well.
going to talk a bit of Saudi.
we're gonna-
Quick European wrap over in Italy. Mourinho struggling after 2 games. Hasn't won yet. And apparently Romelu Lukaku signing imminent. You remember that guy still exists? Romelu
Wait,
Lukaku?
who's he signed for?
Was apparently going to sign for Roma.
Oh, really?
So he was going to go back to... Well, first he was going to go to Juventus.
And they said
Juventus
the fans came
said
out and
no.
said no.
Then
That's
he
wild, by
Then
the
he was
way.
going to go back
That's
to Inter.
insane.
But Inter fans said, we don't want him because he was going to go to Juventus.
because he was twerking for
Oh, fuck.
So, like, I'm talking, they rioted, they invaded the pitch when the pitch wasn't even open to
so-
say we don't want Romelu Lukaku. That's how passionate they were.
That is insane.
Then Chelsea still didn't want him. This guy was just sitting in the abyss dating Megan Thee Stallion. I think she even dropped him at one point.
Under that Champions League
She's
final
like,
disaster
oh
class.
my god! But he didn't have a terrible season last year, did he?
Oh, he didn't score much. He really
He really get that World Cup game against Croatia as well.
Oh, yeah, you can't forget that.
Yeah,
You can't forget that way. He missed like
Is
7
he done? Is he washed? Has he got more to give?
I think as much as he gets a lot of stick, I think Lukaku just needs a team that is solely based around him.
Okay.
Which is
But
hard.
Luton Town. He should go to Luton Town.
Like if we roll it back to Everton days, he was disgusting.
But
It was
did
an
you-
absolute mess. That team was based around him.
And West Brom.
Yeah,
West
but
Brom,
I
you
still
know?
feel like, to be fair, he went to United and he kind of flunked out there, and like that's when I thought his career would start. Then he brought it back. He got signed for Chelsea for 100 million again.
Yeah.
and then that's when they started like playing.
And the first
around
three-
him, bro.
three
Remember
games, he was
played-
good.
Bro,
Yeah,
he
he was
played
good.
against Arsenal at the Emirates, and like it was Pablo Mari.
Yeah.
The dark days, trust me. But he bossed that game. I was
he
like,
looked
bro, he's
good.
gonna be a demon in this league, and then just spiraled out. Then he started talking back for Inter Milan. Remember that?
Yeah.
His interviews.
Yeah.
And then it's just gone down from
That
there.
interview killed him.
I think that interview, and I think he's always had an ego problem.
Yeah.
He's always had an ego complex. So.
Yeah. That interview absolutely buried him. What about Jude Bellingham, man?
Jude Bellingham is absolutely smashing it, man. I mean, that is what you want from a signing.
Bro.
Exactly, and like the English in the La Liga, when is it ever kind of what David Beckham did?
Yeah.
I think Owen Hargreaves.
Yeah. He's-
Michael Owen obviously went
Michael
over.
Owen, yeah.
And McManaman. But like this is just like
I
another
heard a
level.
shout, and it's kind of I was thinking about. I was like, say like down the line, he keeps doing this, producing goal scoring numbers from midfield. Real Madrid pick up a treble, bro. He could insert himself in the Ballon d'Or
I think so.
conversation.
I think
Like,
he's
he honestly could.
He's the most likely Englishman to win a Ballon
Yeah.
d'Or.
Facts.
100%.
Easily the most
he-
World
likely.
Cup,
he is.
you don't know.
Yeah.
England have a really good future ahead of him.
he's
Such
phenomenal.
he's such a mature player for his age in
Yeah.
terms of how he plays. It's just it's unreal that he's that good at his age. You forget that he's what 20.
20. He's 20. Yeah.
Nuts.
He's younger than you, Stav.
Yeah, crazy. And now with all this success, the girls are going to be frothing over him even more. Man.
Yeah,
He's not
they
fair,
love
bro.
him as well. He's a
I
good-looking
can't compete
fella.
out
He
there,
is a
man.
good. He's
I
got
can't
everything
compete.
going
It's
for him.
tough.
To be
It's
honest,
tough. It's tough. Hopefully he's got a small dick. Let's move on. Something's going to be wrong with
something
it.
has to be.
Something's
off.
going to be wrong
I was
with
gonna
it.
say- I was gonna say-
it's not fair.
I was gonna say something else, but I don't want to get cancelled.
Yeah.
So.
PSG? Does anyone still care about PSG? Should we just move on?
Well, what's going on with Mbappe? Have they?
He's
Have they?
back
Can
playing.
he just get out of there? 'Cause I love Mbappe. Like for me, he is the best player in the world. He is the best player in the world.
Yeah.
He's just, what's
Probably.
That's like everything. And I just look at it. I'm just like,
Him or
get a
Haaland?
move to Madrid, bro. Take a pay cut. You're talking about legacy.
No, but
here,
isn't
bro.
it more that PSG won't even let him go? Isn't that?
But they will let him go, but Real Madrid are like refusing to pay like the money to buy him. They think they're going to get him on a free contract next summer. So they're like, we're going to wait out the year instead of spunking like 150 million you. And like he's like,
Spunking on me. What the fuck?
Could use a better term.
Who's
But,
he?
but we'll move along.
I can't get away, man.
Who's spunking on who? What the fuck?
Anyway, Real Madrid, just buy the man then. Buy the man.
First episode back is always a good one, man.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. Who cares about PSG, bro? Have you seen their team? It sucks, bro.
Well, I know it's on Twitter, but I saw a tweet that said, X. It said, if PSG built their team around Messi the way
Inter
Miami have, they would have won a Champions League by now. Because obviously, you see what Messi's doing.
Bro, he's taking the piss. I'm not buying all these people that are saying the American League shit.
It's not, bro. I know people that have played there. I know the standard there is not terrible. I'm telling you.
It's not. And he's running amok.
But like, you also got to remember, this is Messi 8 months ago, like, won the World Cup.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Dragged his nation to this World Cup. Like, we're talking about, like, that's what people, bro, Ronaldo wasn't doing this.
Well,
at
producer
36.
Sam's shaking his head. He's still a Ronaldo fan.
Yeah,
Producer
cool.
Sam.
Ronaldo wasn't doing this at 30 because Ronaldo had nothing. He still has to prove something. Messi's literally completed football, bro.
Yeah,
If you're
he's just
retired,
enjoying life now.
Yeah,
exactly, bro. He's in Miami.
He's
Like,
in Miami just enjoying
you know what
life,
I mean?
taking
He
the
could
same.
have played for Mykonos FC, bro, and he would have been loving life.
He's won life. He's won. Every time
He
I see him,
has.
he's just scored 2 bangers, 2 free kicks, identical.
Bro,
Walks off the pitch. What's her name? Rodriguez. No, what's her name? Not
wife?
Rodriguez.
Antonella.
Antonella
just comes on, yeah.
She walks on. She's stunning.
And
His
MLS
kids. So, bro, he's won life.
He's dropping Marvel celebrations.
Bro,
we,
it's
we have
it's
to
too much.
we have to commend MLS for what they've done in terms of marketability in signing him, but then also they get celebrities to the game.
Yeah.
They made sure
DJ
that
Khaled.
MLS is accessible all over the world. You can watch the highlights. You don't got to be in America to watch it. Like, they're making sure anything to do with Messi is like going viral.
Bro, ticket prices have gone up 1,000%.
What?
Cheapest
1,000%.
ticket was $480
Yeah.
US dollars for the game that he came on and scored, of course.
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
game apparently.
Yeah.
But what's this thing like? How there's MLS League Cup and there's another League Cup. Like, he won a trophy for them, but like it was in some other
Well,
tournament.
they paused the season and played 2 cups.
Yeah.
Really?
And now he
And
only
now-
just made his actual MLS
Yeah.
debut on
Oh,
the
what?
weekend.
That was his
What did they
first
play?
game
They
in
were
the
playing-
MLS,
Yeah,
technically.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what? They were just
So-
playing in the cup run before.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
Right, but imagine being like, you know, actually, funny story. When I was in Mykonos, I'll bring it up again. Bumped into these Argentinian American kids living in Miami.
Yeah.
Then they were telling me how this kid plays into Miami. He's Argentinian American, whatever. And then I remember seeing the story come out before. It was like, because he's 17. It's like me being Australian and then Greek and then like Greek. It's like you and then Totti comes and you're playing with Totti. Like, that's an idol for you.
Yeah.
And he's like that, but Argentinian. And they were telling me like, bro, it turned out to be like their best mate.
Yeah.
And anyway, now I'm just seeing like, bro, this young kid scoring winning penalties with Messi. I think he grabbed the assist to Messi's goal in the first MLS game the other day.
Sick.
Bro, imagine that. That's just a dream, bro. It's just an absolute dream. Like,
I love how he was about to tell a story, but then he realized there's no Greek icons.
yeah.
He was about to say,
goodness, bro.
There's not many, is
Had
there?
to put it in Italian.
There's not
shoes.
many.
It's not fair.
Oh, there was this funny clip of there was the defender that was coming against Messi. I think it's FC Dallas. I don't know if you saw it, where they interviewed him before the Messi game, and they were like, they were asking him about like how do you feel and how the game gonna go, and he was like, oh, I feel good, but I'm like, you guys really don't care about me. You just want to ask what Messi's doing.
Yeah.
Like it's like everything about it is all about Messi.
Yeah.
And you know what? You got to take it. You know, at least the tension's on the sport. At the end
Bro,
of
this
the day,
is
so.
Robert Taylor guy's cooking. Who knows who Robert Taylor is? But you know what, bro? He's loving life,
Yeah,
man.
exactly,
He's loving life.
exactly.
That Miami team.
Tell you what, thank goodness Messi didn't go to Saudi Arabia because everyone else has gone to Saudi Arabia.
It has.
Let's talk about. You know he was about to go to Saudi Arabia apparently.
Who?
Mason Greenwood.
Oh,
You actually being serious?
No bullshit.
Is he
Yeah.
actually?
So he's been obviously Man United did the internal investigation.
They've
and,
come out and
and they've
said-
come out and said he's not playing another game for Man United, right? The rumor is there's a $10 million a year contract being offered in Saudi Arabia.
God. 10 million.
I
Is that
personally-
pounds or dollars?
It's written pounds here in this article. I personally don't. I don't really believe that's going to happen because I think the Saudis are using this. It's what they call sports washing, right?
Yeah,
They're signing footballers to change their image. Why the fuck would you sign Mason Greenwood?
I know, especially for all like their like laws against women. And
That's
stuff
what I
like
mean.
that.
I don't believe it. I don't believe this. I think he's done.
You think he's done in football completely?
Who's going to sign him? Like you risk so much on your club's
It's
Bro,
like
reputation.
if
Probably
any-
like Everton because they're down bad, bro.
No, but
take someone like Mason Greenwood.
Everton are
They
bad.
are starving, man.
Yeah, but
Jeez.
it's like basically anyone that goes near him or that signs him, you're pretty much saying like you kind of agree with.
You're gonna have your own
domestic abuse.
fans turn against you. You can't do that. That's just. But
It's-
and that's the
it's
thing.
tough.
Man United released that tweet before, and they're kind of like
They
just
put it out there. They put it out
Yeah.
there just to like test the waters and
Yeah,
see
yeah.
if people would go crazy. Like, oh, we're just and everyone's like, no, yeah, no, okay, no,
Yeah.
no.
Like,
we
He
don't-
knew what they're doing.
how low down the footballing pyramid do you have to go until a club goes, well, we're going to get a great player, we'll take it?
League One takes him, 100%.
Yeah?
League One takes him.
Somewhere in England. down the
League
line.
One.
Like, I was thinking, like-
100%. He's getting someone promoted. Like
Would
he goes,
the Wanderers take him?
oh, Western Sydney.
I'm just saying, like, you know,
Oh, you're saying like
you're talking a player that was almost one of the best in the Premier League at one
Yeah.
point, right? And now no one wants to associate with him. But how low down? Like, would an A-League team take it?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think an A-League.
No, it's just not worth it. It's not worth
I
that.
think the backlash would be, especially from soccer Twitter.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! Don't
But you think League One?
I think League
Would
One.
he even play League One?
He hasn't got a choice, really. Like if he wants to earn a living, if he wants
Yeah.
to keep playing football, he hasn't got. He's got to take what he can get.
It's just crazy because like I'm not backing him at all. I'm
Yeah.
just saying it's just funny because football fans have such like short memories. Luis Suarez, let's
They
be real.
they do have some short memories.
Pretty clear racist.
Yeah.
I don't mean like that was pretty clear. You look into
Yeah.
that situation, everything he did, and like. Bro, now we talk about him. He's like one of the best strikers of our generation.
But I
We
think-
don't
I
care.
also think-
it's
I
a
also
it's a
think-
different
It's a
level.
different- yeah,
different
like-
level.
Do you know
Don't
what it
get me
is? Do you
wrong.
know what it is? It's this generation of society that we're in. Say this situation probably happens maybe, let's go 10 years ago, where you know there's not as much social media out there. People were probably a little bit more forgiving in certain aspects. I reckon he plays for a Premier League team again.
Probably.
But in
Because things
today's
have happened before.
world, there's no way.
Players have been locked up for stuff before. There's been players that have like abused their wives, their girlfriends. They've ended up in prison. They've come back and they've played Premier League football.
Yeah. It's just that it was such a social thing.
But this is the
Well,
thing.
that's what I'm
this is the
saying. In
thing.
today's world, it's
And people are a
just-
lot more educated on these things as well. And there's a line. And that's a thing. It's like there's crimes and there's crimes. You know, you can be Ivan Toney, bet on yourself.
He came out.
No one
he's
really
come
gives a
out
fuck.
Yeah,
Do
that's
you know what I mean? Like no one
different.
gives a
That's
fuck.
No one really
Betting,
cares.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
If my club signed Ivan Toney, I'd take him in a heartbeat.
I would take him to Arsenal.
You know,
Yeah.
because that's what I mean. Because there's crimes and there's crimes. You put your hands on a woman, it's a whole different thing.
Yep.
And no one's going to ever touch this guy again. So let's see what happens to him.
See, we'll see.
But everyone's going to Saudi, and look, that could be a second chance. Mancini's taken the Saudi national team. Yeah, 10 times his salary from coaching Italy.
10 times.
10 times.
They've literally like, you know they've changed the game and they've put a hole in the the hole in the market because Neymar's gone there.
Neymar's there,
That's
bro.
ridiculous.
Like,
Neymar's there. He's not even
weird.
old.
So I think you saying Neymar was better than Ronaldinho.
I'd never said that. Don't even fucking words in my mouth.
Am I wrong? I swear I used to twerk for Neymar all the time.
Yeah,
Like,
you
bro,
did, you did.
He's what's great about football. And all
I
this
love
stuff.
him. I didn't say he's better than Ronaldinho.
Better
He's
around
not in
this.
that argument anymore, bro.
But I don't know
can't
why
do
he'd
it.
go there at, what is he?
31.
31. He's still got-
31.
he's still
In the
got,
last-
3, 4 more years in, playing at the
In
highest
the
level.
last 5 years, he's like hasn't proved anything. Like absolutely nothing.
That's how you know he's
But
just,
it was
he's
even
just
for
done with
Brazil
football.
himself as well. Like he was injured most of this World Cup. Comes back to get knocked out by Croatia. The other World Cup, he was known for diving all over the other ground, all
that's
over
right.
the ground.
Yeah.
Then the other World Cup before that, unfortunately picked up that back injury. Who knows what happened? But he actually doesn't have much of a legacy at all, other than the
Olympic gold, mate.
Olympic gold and MSN.
Literally, that MSN era is probably like
He's
what-
famous for hanging out with Suarez and
what
Messi.
he'll be remembered for.
He wanted to get out of Messi. Shadow went to PSG, and Mbappe was the
I
guy
know.
at PSG.
Hey, you never know. You could win an Asian Champions League with Al Hilal.
They can technically play Melbourne City.
Wait.
That's what I noticed
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, what? Oh,
Yeah,
because
they
they're in the
could-
Asian Champions League.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So they announced he's in the group with Mumbai, I think. So he's going to go
Oh,
to
did the
India.
groups come out?
Yeah.
Oh.
So he's actually going to go to India at some point, they reckon. And can you imagine like the fanfare there for
Bro.
Neymar hanging around?
So the Melbourne City didn't get any of the Saudi clubs.
No, because I don't know. Like I think up until now, Australia, I don't know if they've changed this,
we only
but
have one.
We only have one there, yeah. But like the Australian teams used to go with like Asia. So we'd play Japanese teams, Chinese teams, Korean teams in the groups, and then we could only meet the Middle Eastern teams in the knockouts because they have 2 zones.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, which is shit.
I just saw that Melbourne City were in pot 3, then I saw Ronaldo's.
But they might have changed that. I don't know if they've changed it. I know that was the rule up until recently, and that's why the only time was when like Adelaide and the Wanderers went on a run. That's when we played the Middle Eastern
First
teams.
Al Hilal in the final.
In the
wasn't
final,
it?
yeah,
It was.
Wanderers, yeah.
Al Shabrani, remember he?
Yeah. But man, it's fucking absolutely.
It's crazy
insane.
what that. I just don't understand how. I mean, you know, you got to earn a certain amount of living, but I mean, if you're a young player now, like, what do
Yeah.
you think about going?
Oh, bro, like I don't knock Kante in that. Bro, take the bag.
That's what I mean. Especially like I think a lot of the Muslim players are going.
Like Karim Benzema.
Yeah, a lot of the
Makes
Muslim
sense,
players it
makes
makes sense because like the lifestyle there, you're
Suits them.
suited to it. I don't know how Neymar's gonna go, bro. Like, this is what I mean. Like, surely he's living in Dubai.
He's a party boy, man.
That's what I mean. I don't know how he's gonna go over there in Riyadh.
don't
I reckon
know.
he lives in Dubai. But it's crazy. Are you gonna start watching the Saudi league? Like, has it done enough to get you?
You saw expressions. He's supporting
You
the
tune
Jews.
into the results. Like,
Yeah.
Bro, Ronaldo scores a hat trick. Give a fuck. I couldn't care, bro.
Yeah, you
I
don't
honestly
give a shit.
couldn't care, bro. Like, are you really going to be using that as an argument again? No.
yeah.
Well, like,
So is it
choosing-
worth it? Signing 100 players and blowing all this money, is it gonna change anything?
I don't know. I just don't know if it's a bigger thing for, like, Saudi Arabia in general that promotes people in Saudi to start playing football, and then they get a good national team going, and then they get runs in the World Cup. I think maybe that's the only thing. But it could turn out like China, bro. They signed Oscar, Hulk, all those players.
Yeah, I
remember?
remember.
Fellaini's they were pulling out. Aaron Boy went there recently.
Yeah,
He got it
yeah,
back.
yeah.
But and then that never worked out as
really
well.
worked out.
As well. So I don't know.
I think at the end of the day, people are always gonna want to see quality football, and if the football quality, I mean, I was watching what front three is it? It's Mahrez, Firmino, and
Saint Maximin, yeah.
I said Maximin. I'm like that front three.
It's
It's actually
Prem.
good.
That's a
It's
Prem
a Prem
front
front
three.
three, yeah,
Like
yeah, right,
it's insane when you actually think that. I mean, they managed to get those players there.
But do you know what it is? You know, like Ultimate Team, you start and you haven't thrown the FIFA points on, so like you pack a few players, like you pack like a Saint Maximin. or
Yeah,
Mahrez,
yeah,
and
you
then, like,
better.
you still got to use like your 75 rated gold still.
That's
That's
like-
how it is in the
yeah.
Saudi league, bro. I was watching a video and I think it was Ronaldo's teammate, and it was like a compilation, and this guy was
this
like,
guy-
crosses was conversions over the bar. Like, that's how bad he
I
was.
think
I'm
I
like,
saw that.
bro.
Yeah, the balance is
It
crazy.
was one of these things like, oh, Messi's playing the MLS. I'm like, bro, look at these players, bro. They don't know how to kick a football.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
The local players must be
I saw,
terrible.
but something to consider. I saw that they're actually giving out contracts for, I think it's Saudi 4th division. It's like semi-pro.
Yeah.
And it was like a couple
think
grand a
the
week.
bag's there,
It was a couple grand a week. It was like 3,000-4,000 a week to go play semi-pro in Saudi Arabia.
I'd take that in a heartbeat.
I'm just saying, OLANTEKKERS.
I'd take that in a heartbeat.
Make that comeback
Right.
over there,
Comeback
bro.
season's
Bro, if I
almost
had to
here.
stream, yeah, I mean, FIFA streams from there. Saudi, I'm there. I'm willing to talk,
we,
man.
we all talk shit,
We're
but if
willing
the
to
That's what I'm
talk,
saying.
okay.
If the bag comes,
we'd all consider
the
it.
bag comes.
Oh, they're looking at
they-
James Harden as well. They're going to start a basketball league there too.
No, you take.
That bullshit. I read it last week. James Harden.
Mate, if any content creators get at me,
That's what I mean. It
Ah,
could be.
multiverse of madness over in Saudi.
It's fucking mental.
Oh my days.
Let's talk about a league that has a whole lot less money than that. The A-League. Some good news coming out of the A-League, especially for the A-League women's, but the men's as well. They got rid of that shit summer 3 p.m. kickoff.
ooh, they're good.
They're getting rid of that. No more kicking off in 40-degree heat.
So it's all evening.
Apparently evenings, yeah. But that makes a big difference.
I love what
I know,
you're
especially for the A-League women, they used to have like 4 or 5 games kicking off at the same time, 3 p.m. A couple of my good friends playing that league, and they're like, man, it's killer. Like, it's how can you... You've played preseason games for the NPL
Pre-season,
usually
yeah.
at that time.
and
So
then even to get fans
shit.
out there as
Early.
well.
Fans
Around
aren't going to
40
go.
degree
Yeah,
heat,
exactly
100%.
right. So that's good news. A-League and the women are going to have their own round before the men kick off
Okay.
as well to try to grow that, because obviously a lot of players like Courtney Vine and stuff, they're staying around at
Re-signed,
Sydney.
yeah.
Hunt, they don't know yet whether she's going to leave the Wanderers, but A-League time coming around. The Australia Cup's on at the moment.
Yeah, I've been seeing that. You know, some teams have been doing pretty well.
Yeah, City United got smacked.
Is it Apia playing
Brisbane?
Sydney,
Apia plays Sydney FC on Wednesday.
yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a really good
Ooh,
game.
up here.
At Apia.
Oh,
I remember
I
back in the
can't.
day we went with our mates to go watch Apia versus Melbourne Victory
Yeah.
at Lambert Park, and then they knocked out. Oh no, was it? I don't think it
gonna
was
be a
at
good
Lambert.
game.
Actually, it wasn't at Lambert. But they knocked
Leichhardt
out-
Oval.
Yeah,
Leichhardt
that
Oval.
was
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And they knocked out
Victory?
Yeah, knocked out Victory.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I remember one of our mates, his brother was playing that team. I think he was right back, and he was marking Costa Barbarouses. So always said, "Oh, bro, he's pocketed Barbarouses." So, but like those games still
Yeah.
stick in my head.
Yeah,
Cup's
Australian
great,
Cup's
so,
big,
yeah.
man. I love the Australian Cup.
It is really, really good. Here's one for you. You spoke about North London Derby. They actually brought out they did a study around the world to come up with the top 50 derbies in world football. It's now been officially ranked.
Top 50
The
derbies, yeah?
top 50 derbies in world football. Do you know what number 1 is?
River Plate versus Boca.
Correct. River Plate versus Boca Juniors has gone down as the number 1 derby in the world.
Don't tell my ball knowledge.
Now,
Check.
there's no English derbies in the top 5.
In the top 5?
Yeah.
Okay, what? So
Oh, really?
Classico's not a derby. Is it a derby? No.
El Clasico came in at number 2.
Okay.
Yeah. It counts.
Old
apparently.
Firm has to be.
Old Firm number
has to
3.
be- Yeah, Old Firm has to be number 3. Yeah.
Number 4 is Niche.
Niche.
Like, I wouldn't.
I don't know if you're going to get it. It's another South American derby.
I thought you meant. I thought you
Oh,
meant. I thought you meant a fucking team.
Wait, you know it. Nice in France.
So hold on a second. I swear it's pronounced differently, but Claudes is normally right. So I never question it.
No, number 4 is Nacional Peñarol in Uruguay.
Oh, no.
In Uruguay. And Lazio Roma number 5.
Where?
Lazio Roma.
Uruguay? You ever heard of Uruguay?
Oh, I know Uruguay. Yeah.
Is Lazio Roma like big?
It's
So that's above us. That's above Arsenal, Tottenham.
Yeah. Number 1 in this is what I thought. Number 1 in England was Man United Liverpool.
Oh, come on. No
Yeah,
way.
Do you know what I mean? I don't think that's a
way.
thing.
It's,
Wait, that
Man
was
United-
the biggest
That's not
rivalry.
even a derby, bro.
That's the thing. I hate that they
That's
call
cap.
that a derby.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't
That's
even.
not really a derby. That's just like
it
a.
is just
that's
two
like a
big clubs.
That's
It's
just
just-
big clubs who they have a bit of a rivalry.
Yeah.
It's a rivalry, not really a derby.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Like it's like same as El Clasico.
Yeah, that's why I questioned the El Clasico even.
Yeah, but
But El Clasico's just rich in history though as well, though it is.
Yeah.
But North London Derby, like the stories I hear about North London Derby, it's like
North London
if you
derbies.
rock up to match day and you just have red on you on an away day, you will get your head beat in.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That's genuinely what I've heard about North London Derby. Bro, sorry, but didn't you hear like Ramsdale? Didn't he get kicked by a fan? At the
Yeah,
end of that
yeah,
North
yeah.
London Derby last year. Bro?
Yeah.
Like, some of
Yeah,
those
North,
games,
I'm surprised North London that's not on there because
Bro,
that
you see-
Arsenal Tottenham history runs deep.
No,
Bro.
I think the second English derby was a random one as well from down south. What was the producer show? It was like Southampton or something.
Southampton versus Portsmouth. I
I
did.
think
hear that's pretty
Southampton's
big.
Portsmouth was the second biggest derby in England.
I did hear that's pretty big though. to
Yeah,
be fair.
yeah.
It is pretty
And
big.
because they
but-
haven't played each other for ages. I think they matched each other in the cup quite recently.
Yeah.
But other than that, they haven't versus each other because Portsmouth went down and then Southampton went up.
And now they're all there. Southampton's
Now
down
it's
as well.
now
Yes, they might
championship.
meet again each other
James
in
Ward-Prowse
the
is-
championship.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Ward-Prowse,
he looks weird in a West Ham kit, but
Bro,
But we all said he needed to go somewhere.
he did. And
He's
he
ro- he's
deserved that
rocking.
move.
Yeah.
Did you see the stat how West Ham were up 1-0 in the 30th minute? And I think Brighton completed like 200 and something passes. You know how much West Ham completed?
How many?
Have a guess. Just
probably
honestly
like
say
Probably
I'm
breaks
gonna go 50.
50?
13.
Jeez,
In
that's
30 minutes and now 1-0 up.
Oh
13.
my god!
That's nuts.
there's a few
That's
breaks
why
at
I
teams
like-
over there.
that's why I
I'm
love
just
football.
like thinking, bro, like
Third-
score a goal with that just doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
It
that's
doesn't make
pure
sense.
counter football, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Bro.
Hit
I
him on
love
the
Brighton.
counter.
I don't care they lost. I love Brighton.
Yeah, but they got to. They lost Caicedo. They lost
Yeah.
McAllister.
Yeah.
Then Ciso got injured again. Like, but then Ciso, man. Every
He's
time I
good.
watch him, he's good.
He's class.
He's good.
No, I love him. And coached by the Zerbi, man. They're playing proper football. I'm gonna finish up with something a bit random.
Yeah.
But a funny story that came out. Jefe Rodriguez. Do you remember
Who's that?
Jesse Rodriguez?
Oh yeah,
They used to
yeah.
go as Jefe over in Spain.
Bro, he was cracked and fit. Real ones, remember? Jesse Rodriguez silver card for Real Madrid FIFA 14. Baller.
There you go.
He was so good.
There you go. Well, he's how's this for a story? So his wife, Aura Ruiz, she's a reality TV star in Spain.
Okay.
Apparently, they were going through a bit of relationship trouble. They broke up. She went on Big Brother Spain. Right, it's been proven that he spent thousands of euros on voting to get her off the show. So he voted for everyone else. You know, you got to vote for Big Brother.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you
yeah,
text
yeah.
And you technically have to
And you
pay
text
them.
the old
Yeah.
text. So apparently there was one night where he spent 5,000 euros on just voting on this show to get his ex
5,000?
off. And it worked. She was kicked off the show. They end up getting back together and getting married.
Oh, what?
So it's a beautiful love story.
So it was
But it
a.
came out before they got married?
No, it just came out now. The story just came out now. Yeah.
So
The
he
horse
wanted-
in the cards, baby.
What?
5,000
that?
euros is crazy.
Yeah, but
That
for
is-
him, we fucking play
Yeah,
for
Yeah,
our
it's
dreams.
not to him,
Nothing.
but that's a
That's
play.
a table in Ibiza for him.
That's what I mean. That's pretty petty.
That's
That's
a
some
play,
petty shit.
Play and a half,
Jeez.
to be fair.
That's some petty shit. But we always got to bring the relationship drama.
Bro,
Back. It's been a while.
But he's spiraled out of control. Well, bro.
He was at
Real
PSG at one
Madrid,
point.
PSG.
Yeah.
I think he went to Stoke on loan. I think he scored against Arsenal.
He did play for Stoke. Let's see if he's still playing.
Who's he
Probably
at?
not, man.
Yeah,
Honestly,
who-
like if you're
who's he
too
at
busy,
now?
Stoke, but I think he went to Las Palmas.
let's see if he's still playing. If you're busy fucking voting on Big Brother, trying to get your ex back, you're probably not
Surely.
playing. Sampdoria.
Sampdoria in Italy.
And they just got relegated. He
Oh,
was, he was there when they just got relegated. Before that, he was in Turkey.
He's a
Yeah.
journeyman.
Proper journeyman. Bring him to the A-League, bro.
Bring him-
And your wife. Bring her as
I
well.
remember
Have we got any good signings coming? Like any big signings coming?
There hasn't been much about the A-League.
Hasn't been Eden Hazard rumours? That would be massive.
There was.
Bro,
'Cause
no
he
one's
hasn't-
picked up Hazard.
He hasn't signed anywhere.
Who's it? This David De Gea hasn't been picked up either.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple players sitting around. Hazard, man, he's got to get a club. Oh, come on, bro.
Please get him to the A-League. That's a massive
That'd be
market.
huge. I heard Perth were interested in him at one point.
Oh, bro, I don't know. Daniel Sturridge
yeah.
would be tough. What do you think about Daniel Sturridge and Sky Sports and that as well, just quickly?
Yeah, not singing and dancing. Do you like it?
I think Sky Sports are trying to go that because Sky Sports has always been serious.
Yeah,
Anyone that watches Sky Sports throughout the years, they've always been super serious. But now, because of the SBS show with Mika Richards,
Kate Abdo and
they're trying to go that direction and to capture that sort of audience, and that's why they've gone with Sturridge and them. But
I think it's a bit too much. I think Mika Richards
a little
is
bit
good,
cringe.
but yeah, it was a bit too much.
Yeah, I just speaking on that BBC and all these guys. Do you remember the BBC? It's just a random
Match of the day.
Do you remember the BBC Gary Lineker, the porn?
Yeah,
that was played on the. Do you remember that one?
And it kept on going.
And it kept going, right? Someone strapped the phone to the back of the set and played that classic
Unbelievable.
porn noise that we've all been done by. Remember that one? Used to get sent in the group chat?
Yeah. Or you're on your phone, your mum, and you're on the bus, and someone's putting it straight to your ear.
Exactly. That classic one. It just reminded me of the story. I was actually working at Optus that day, and I walked in, and I worked with Amy Duggan, fantastic presenter, Amy Duggan, former Matilda. Bless her. She's a mum of 3. She's obviously from a different generation. And we were like, Ames, did you see the BBC porn prank that happened to Gary Lineker today? And she's like, no, she hadn't seen it. So she Googled on the computers there. She Googled BBC porn.
Oh my god! No,
But the most innocent Google search because she genuinely thought BBC's the channel. Porn.
That's class.
Right.
That is
And you can imagine what came up. And
she wouldn't have spoke for the rest of the day.
she screamed and got it, and we were fucking laughing. And then my favourite part, right?
Oh my God. This wasn't on air, was it?
No, it wasn't on air. It wasn't on air. But my favourite part, former Socceroo, Scott McDonald walks in. And I see Scotty walk in, and as he's walking out, and she's like, how are you supposed to know that BBC means that? And we're like, but everyone knows BBC means that. Scotty McDonald walks in the door. I go, Scotty, what does BBC mean? And he's like, big black cock. Straight away, I was just like, of course.
Of
man.
course.
Everyone knows. That was just a good little story.
Oh,
there.
fuck, that's class.
man.
I would have been tears if I was there.
I was wetting myself.
That's actually a story for that.
Most innocent. I saw her typing as well. I let it happen.
Yeah.
She's
Could've
got to
stopped
learn. She got, you got to learn today, you know.
Oh, that's
Anyway,
good, man.
that's me done. Born Offside is well and truly back.
Yes,
It is well and
we
truly. Thanks
are.
for joining us,
Well
Nick Stav.
Of course, love it. Love every single one. Let's keep this seat warm for me. I'll be back.
Yeah. What's on the cards for you, mate? What's next?
I don't know. Oh, FIFA's card.
Yeah.
Sports FC.
EA
EA Sports
Sports.
FC. I heard you were given the game early.
Oh, you know that one? So, no, I was like,
No?
because when I went away
I thought
to
you-
Europe, I was like, I'm not going to be able to post TikTok. So,
Okay.
EA sent me like a box, just like flags and scarves and
Yeah.
that. So, I was like, and they want me to promote the game. So, I'm like, okay. So, I posted a video of just like, bro, they sent me the game early and I'm opening everything in the box. I was like, I can't show the game here. It's in you guys or whatever.
It wasn't in
And the video, I posted in Barca and like when I put my phone away, it was going,
Yeah.
bro, it blew up. I think it did like 800K views in a few hours. And like my videos don't
Oh,
do those
shit,
numbers
yeah,
like
that's big.
that quickly. And bro, I was like, Jesus, this is crazy. Went onto Twitter. Bro, big FIFA pages are posting, bro, apparently this guy's got it. People in the comments like, no, bro, he's going to be bull beating me.
Oh,
bro,
whoa,
he's just some average TikToker. all this
Oh,
stuff.
just
getting butthurt.
Yeah.
But did they give you? They didn't give you the game.
No. So
Oh,
they
but
said
people
they-
thought that you had the
Nah,
game.
They gave me a beta version. I couldn't stream
Oh,
it
like
or
a-
anything
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Okay.
Played it because I got to play.
Any good?
I can't say a lot about it because I'm not. But like, 'cause
Oh,
the
he
wi-
signed
I
his
could,
NDA.
I could play with the women and ultimate team.
Yeah.
And like,
Oh, shit.
like people got bro. I'm telling you, like, it's actually fun. I was playing with Alex Morgan, and like one of the best cards I've used. Sam Kerr cracked as well.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
absolutely a demon as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
when
yeah.
that next EA Sports FC,
So women weren't in Ultimate Team before.
no,
But now they can be.
these some sick cards. I can't tell you like a lot of the stuff, but like.
But wait,
they're, like,
can you make
weak
an Ultimate
foot
Team with men and women both
Yeah.
in the team?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And like so, the way it works, like Sam Kerr can link to like a Nkunku for Chelsea link.
So we can boss Virgil van Dijk with Sam Kerr.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
and trust me, they're capable of it. Some of these cards. Oh, but the thing is though, like in certain positions you can use them, but like Mary Earps is like 5'8". Like you
Yeah.
can't use her. You just
Oh,
can't
in
use
golf
her.
for the you wouldn't
Yeah,
use her in
yeah,
golf for the
right.
No, makes sense. Oh,
That's interesting. That's
gonna be funny, yeah,
Can't
it's
wait for
gonna
that. That's
be-
coming out real soon.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, Stav.
Oh,
Olan,
yeah.
we're back.
yeah, we are.
We'll Kat Haddad will be back soon, but I think she's still a couple of weeks away. What's on the cards for you, mate? You back?
We back. Usual content,
Yeah.
and much more, man.
UFC coming to Sydney?
UFC, yeah, I am.
huge.
I've got some
You around
UFC
on that?
I've got some UFC stuff
You're around
coming
on
up
that
this
for sure,
week,
eh?
and then next week
Tickets
as
sold
well.
out so quickly.
Yeah, I've luckily got
You got the links, bro.
I got-
I'm just that. He's just that guy.
I got the
If you're
ringside.
ringside, feel
I'm
free to chuck some. Don't
ringside.
forget you're born offside crew, bro.
So, I mean, I'll see what I can do, boys.
Don't forget. Don't forget.
That's it, bro. If we have to hop in the octagon ourselves, bro, that's fine.
Exactly
That's
Yeah,
right,
see what I
bro.
can do, man.
Exactly
I might be fighting soon, so I don't know, man.
Oh, right. OLANTEKKERS versus John Bernard. I heard that's on the card.
Yeah, we have.
Go, baby.
Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us back here on Born Offside. It's a new season, fresh season. Make sure you're joining us on all socials. Subscribe to the pod. See you next week.